fans, and welcome to another episode of Silver Screams Reacts. Pardon me, my voice is atrocious at the moment. I'm still recovering from a cold. This is Katie.
I'm good.
She's great. We are reacting to something called A Ghost Story today, the official trailer from A24, which is the studio that brought everyone Ex Machina or
Lobster,
you know, that weird rom-com, or, you know, just a little indie horror movie called The Witch.
get on with it.
Get on with it. So these guys have done some very interesting choices. We have absolutely no idea what this movie is about, so we're just gonna react to it. So if it's not horror related, then okay, cool. Then you guys will probably never see this. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
Horror related. Yeah, we have a video graveyard.
Ghost!
Sunday.
Un fantasma!
When I was little and we used to move all the time, I would write these notes and I would fold them up really small and I would hide them.
What'd they say?
They were just like things I wanted to remember so that if I ever wanted to go back, there'd be a piece of me there reading.
Oh. Yeah, I think this is horror.
I'm gonna say this is either gonna be real cute or really fucking creepy. So boyfriend is dead.
To be fair, a lot of people want to kill Casey Affleck.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not horror.
I don't think this is horror.
Looks like a
This is gonna
greeting
be one
story.
of those rediscovery, go back to all those
What
places,
makes you
find
like
those
about
notes
this
thing.
house so much?
History?
Enormity of time.
Sounds like an indie movie.
I know this is probably going to be really emotional,
Songwriter writes a song.
but I'm just picturing that poor actor underneath the sheet for like 14-hour days.
Yeah.
We build our legacy piece by piece, and maybe the whole world will remember you, or maybe just a couple of people, but you do what you can to make sure you're still around after you're gone.
Indie movies
really
are weird. Indie movies are real
Movies
weird.
are weird.
Like, no wonder the description couldn't tell us what this movie was about.
The trailer couldn't tell us what this movie was about.
Okay, so
Shit happens.
as far as I can tell, yeah, it's just...
Are we keeping this?
I don't know. Yeah, why not? It's a ghost. Ghost! Okay, so maybe this is a point where a little bit more research into what this movie is would behoove us.
This
but
is
on the
probably
surface,
going to be very artistic and look at a lot of like the history of a building and the history of these places and who lives there and how they leave their mark on them and how that goes forward in time and how they got, I mean, obviously one of the houses that the lady was living in gets demoed and we see this futuristic city of the future where, you know, the ghost gets a body and it becomes Ghost in the Shell.
so
and
is the person in the sheet like literally the ghost of the past?
I'm
Because that's
pretty
stupid.
sure that is a symbol of like memory or time,
Childhood
passing, or
innocence.
not an actual character in the movie, but a consistent symbol of an otherwise non-personified force of nature or time.
Probably,
I have an English degree. Can you fucking tell?
Probably time.
Probably time.
Probably time, and again, probably something having to do with childhood innocence.
Ghost
Since
time.
nobody wears a costume like that unless you're a kid with no money or sewing skills.
Or creativity.
Yeah. I was a ghost one year, but
Admittedly, I was a cat 3 years in a row. It was just 3 different kinds of cat.
I was also a witch and cat woman and a crayon and one year I went as Dracula. Not like a girl Dracula, just Dracula.
Just full-on Dracula.
Yeah, full on Dracula. I was also sort of like discount Esmeralda the year the Hunchback of Notre Dame came out.
Convinced my mom to help me make a Sailor Moon costume once.
Oh, that's so precious.
Nobody knew who we were. It involved getting red sparkly Christmas ornaments and doing ponytails in my hair around them.
Oh,
I kid you not. This
you were
occurred.
a literal meatball head. Oh, that's so cute. That's adorable. Okay, but yeah. So yeah, probably childhood innocence. I don't know.
It's gonna be one of those really weird, esoteric indie movies that a lot of people like and a lot of people pretend to like, so they seem deep.
I mean, it is the same studio that has done a lot of great work, but they also did The Lobster, which I'm sure was good, but
that
also
was
real
a
weird.
love it or hate it. Is
Yeah.
my understanding of The Lobster.
A lot of their movies. I mean, I feel like with the exception of Ex Machina, you either love or you hate their movies. Even The Witch, which is pretty critically given a thumbs up. A lot of people can't stand like the pacing and the old
Inability to understand what anyone's saying.
Subtitles. And even like when you actually get to the end, like even as a horror fan, it's like, huh.
Well, this occurred.
Well, so that's what's what then.
Well, that's a bunch of heartbeats I'll never get back.
Not necessarily. Again, if like I'm in a weird like middle of the road where it's like I appreciated this. Do I need to see it again? Probably not. So this will be interesting. I agree with you. It looks more indie and emotional. You know what it reminds me of actually? When the trailer for Tree of Life came out.
Oh my god.
I watched that trailer and went, the hell is that movie supposed to be about? And I kind of see that the same a little bit when I look at
And
this
then you
trailer.
watch Tree of Life and you go, the hell is that
movie supposed to be about?
I'm having a stunningly disrespectful sort of night.
I'm sick. I have no patience for anything. So anyway, I think that just about does it. It looks
Not
weird.
actually a horror movie, but there's conversation.
Weird. I'll be honest, probably won't see it. Not because I think it's a bad movie, but probably just won't have time for it.
I am not really super into the indie scene. Like, I will gladly edge sideways into magical realism, but this is like, it's art! Like, okay, God.
I was gonna say, I thought you liked magical realism. a lot.
I do.
But not when it's art.
Magical realism doesn't do this. It's something that usually creeps in around the edges and that you're gradually submersed in. Like, that's the sort of thing where you start and you're like, okay, this is relatively, and then you keep going on in the story and you're like, oh, we sidestepped a little. This is still like
Not a
It's-
throw up your arms and yell symbolism sort of thing.
yeah, no. Magical realism tends not to hit you into the face. It tends to be a slow submersion into the genre. And so this isn't magical realism. This is art. It's like, well, I don't really like.
I
it
also
when it
have
does
a
that.
hard time telling whether or not Casey Affleck actually died in that movie.
Can we just say yes and feel better about our lives?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Screw you, guy. You're a jerk. Anywho, that's about.
Oscar-winning sexual harasser, Casey Affleck.
Anywho, Katie, where can people go if they want to find you?
You can find me all over the social medias and on YouTube at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. If you like to watch us react to non-horror things like this, but we actually know that they're not horror from the get-go, they live on that channel.
And I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheMenguin. That's TheMenguin. Be sure to follow Silver Screams at Silver_Screams. Like us on Facebook. All that jazz. I want to know
About your childhood Halloween costumes.
that's exactly what I was going for, actually. Favorite childhood costume.
Also, worst childhood costume. Like, what was the thing where you thought it was super cool then, and then you look at it now and you're like, I walked around in that for a couple hours getting candy. That was a thing.
Definitely Ghost was probably my worst one. Like, just,
I don't know
it was
if I
just
ever
bad.
did Ghost. I would say like the third time that I was a cat was probably a little much.
Pirate, when I was, the very last time I went trick-or-treating as a teenager, pirate was fine, but I also did not care about my costume because I was just so scared from The Grudge.
I also wore a "This Is My Costume" shirt one year. Like, you know, before being trendily ironic was a thing, and before you could buy "This Is My Costume" shirts, we painted that sucker in glow-in-the-dark paint. But it was still a "This Is My Costume" shirt.
I will say Catwoman was probably my childhood favorite. As an adult who still dresses up for Halloween, Ash Williams, yo.
Why the fuck would we not still dress up for Halloween?
Exactly.
I had 6 different Halloween costumes last year.
You did,
because
you were ambitious.
It was an entire weekend's worth of parties and conventions, and I think my favorite
Woo!
that weekend was Exotic Butters. I have no regrets. That costume was amazing.
I just want to point out, it was my idea.
It was your idea.
And it was a rousing success.
$20 and so much frustration later. Like, how do I make fake sticks of butter?
You really pulled that off. It was really great. If you guys haven't already seen, go check out pictures on social media.
It lives on my Instagram. It's a little while back because Halloween, but yeah, if you are a Sister Location fan, I went as Exotic
She
Butters.
likes a horror thing, guys. She likes a horror thing.
Don't patronize me.
I'm so proud.
Don't patronize me. Don't get your germs on me.
I'm so proud.
Ugh.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you all next time.
Boo.
You know, it looks like somebody waiting for the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Like, right?
Art.